Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Introduce myself. My name is Tesa Sofyra. I will do presentation about how to answer the question listening, structure and written expression, and reading comprehension. Now, can you see the video? First, we'll talk about listening part A. How to answer listening part A? 1. Focus on the second line on second speaker. Answer question from question usually in the second speaker. And usually the answer is a restatement of the keyword contained in the second speaker. So, what is heard might be the same as what is written in the answer, but has the same intention as the spoken by the second speaker. And if you can understand what the second speaker is talking about, choose the answer that's most different from what you hear. And if you only understand a few words, choose an answer that is a restatement of the keyword that was heard or understood earlier. Don't understand at all, choose the most different from what you hear. Never choose an answer because it sounds like what you hear in the conversation.
Example, listening part A. For the example listening part A, you will hear.
Now we will begin part A with the first conversation. Part A. Number 1.
Are the exams corrected yet?
No, but they'll be corrected by noon.
What does the man mean? Option A. He'll correct the exam this afternoon. Option B. The exam will be at noon. Option C. He will collect the exam at 12 o'clock. Option D. The test will be graded by noon. The answer is D, because the man said that the test will be corrected it by noon. Be corrected is the same meaning with be graded. So the answer is D. And the next, listening part B. How to answer listening part B? 1. While the narrator still gives instructions for the listening. Question part B. Direct your view directly to the choice of answers to each question so that you can guess and get a shadow of what will be asked. 2. When dialogue is spoken, concentrate on the first sentence so that you can guess the topic on conversation and can guess what will be said next. 3. Pay attention to vocabulary that sounds the same. 4. Focus on 5W1H question. 5. Remember detailed and important information such as who is talking, what topic, place name, date of event. Next, part C. How to answer listening part C? 1. Focus on the first sentence. Usually this first sentence is a play idea or topic that is being discussed. 2. Stay focused and calm during the test. 3. When listening, determine the topic by listening carefully to the first line of conversations. 4. When listening, follow carefully and pay attention to the answer in the textbooks. Then try to guess the right answer. 5. When listening, try to think about what 5W1's questions is from the monologues and imagine. And the next, structure and written expressions. Structure consists of 15 sentences in which part of the sentence has been replaced with a blank. Each sentence is followed by 4 answer choices. You must choose the answer that completes the sentence in a grammatically correct way. Right expressions consists of 25 sentences in which 4 or group of words have been understood. You must choose the underlined word group of words that is not correct. And how to the answer structure and written expression? 1. Find subject and verb in sentence. 2. Make sure the sentence in the problem already has a subject and verb. If the sentence does not have a subject and verb, look at the options that can be subject and verb and then determine the agreement between the two. 3. Subject and verb agreement is a rule used if subject is singular, then verb must also be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb must also be plural. For example, they play football. They are plural subject, so the verb is used is also in the plural verb of play. 4. If what is sought is subject, then the answer must be related to noun. Check whether article and determiners, a and the any other, plurality, singular and plural, noun, clause, ground or to plus infinitive have been used correctly. 5. If there is blank space after the subject and what is sought is an adjective clause or a positive. 6. If what is sought is a verb, then check the subject and verb agreement. Then check the tenses used. 7. If the subject and verb are complete and appropriate for their use, then check object or adverb. Example structure. Woodrow Wilson believed the United States entered into World War. I would put a blah 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 to the war in months. Option A, to stop. Option B, stop. Option C, stopping. Option D, will had stopped. The best answer is B, because article A plus noun. Of the answer option, only B is a noun or noun. For example, written expression. You can see the question. The best answer is C, because auxiliary has an option C is least phrases, since the bound clause at the beginning of the sentence is something that happened in the past, then the logic of one has happened in the main case should be even earlier, and therefore more appropriate if using of the past perfect tense. And the next, reading comprehension. Reading comprehension sections aims to test your ability to understand, interpret, and analyze text or reading on a variety of topics. How to answer the reading comprehension? First, reading text does not need to be read all, because it just a waste of time. The longer the reading text, then we will need a lot of time to read it. Not yet understand it, it will only be a waste of time, so it is better to read about it first. And the next, read the question at a glance. You need to understand the core of each question, then find answer to the problem by reading the material from the reading given. Next, master skimming and scanning reading techniques. Skimming is a technique of quickly reading the first or last sentence of a paragraph to find out and understand the main topic and idea of reading. Meanwhile, scanning is a technique of reading carefully certain sentence to find out the intent or meaning of the sentence. The combination of these two techniques needs to be mastered. Exercise as much as you need to do to master these two techniques. And don't get hung up on unknown words phrase. If finding the word is difficult and we do not understand it, is better to leave it first to try to connect with the previous sentence that you understand that example of the word they eat food. Of the three words, you just do not know the word it. Then you can use it with the word before and after it. And the next, identification of noun and verbs. Try to identify important nouns or verbs in a reading text. Next, read at a glance and observe the first sentence in each paragraph, because usually the main idea is located at the beginning of the sentence. The points acts are usually placed in the initial sentence in each paragraph. Next, read the text carefully and fill in all the answer. You can see the question. The main idea of this passage is option A, that the new American literature was less provincial than the old. Option B, that World War I caused a dramatic change in America. Option C, the centers of culture shift from east to west. Option D, that most people were wary of the new literature. The best answer is A, that the new American literature was less provincial, because the keyword were accompanied by the development of a national literature. Because the main idea of this reading is that new American literature is less regional than old, that the new American literature was less provincial than the old. Thanks for watching guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.